We like to party.
Kind of giving you 2 for 1 here. We got I-5 going on, which is what Brittany was talking about.
Don't drink Coors while driving.
Beyonce's 37th birthday, which is, hey, happy birthday, Beyonce.
Yeah.
I got my invitation. You guys going to the party tonight?
Well, a live look at I-5 at Richards. Take a look at your screen. All lanes are open. Traffic is moving. At 5:39, we're kind of busy in the area, but great news as you head out, because on Thursday, traffic was a nightmare. And you can actually see it on your screen. I was just updating our Facebook Live with good news. That 5 northbound near Richards Boulevard, all lanes are open and traffic already slow going. The taillights that you're looking at, southbound lanes. The northbound lanes, this is 5 northbound at Richards. If you can see closely, do you see the patches, the work on 5 northbound, the little white spots? So you can see a lot of work on 5 northbound. Here's hoping we never have to deal with the interstate crumbling and 21 cars on the side of the road. If that should happen, we are here for you, and we will update you on TV, online, and, of course, with our ABC 10 Wazers.
We do have breaking news in the Land Park area, and this is in our neighborhood here at ABC 10. We're on Broadway. Flashing lights, a lot of police activity. This is First Avenue and 21st Street. Police say they were looking for someone who was armed with a gun in the area of Broadway between 20th and 21st Streets. Kirsten Holmes is on her way to the scene. We will keep you updated with more information as it comes into Morning Blend. But again, this is very close to our studio. 5:33, good morning. We do have breaking news. Flashing lights in Sacramento's Land Park neighborhood. You are looking live right now. Police say they are looking for someone armed with a gun. It's in the area of Broadway between 20th and 21st Streets. We don't know if they have located anyone. We will keep you updated as information comes into Morning Blend. We have reporter Kirsten Holmes heading that way. ABC 10's Kirsten Holmes is on the scene live. Kirsten.
Hey, good morning. Well, good morning, everyone. We are here at the corner of 21st and Larkin. I'm going to take a step out of the way so you can see behind me. Like you said, it is a very active scene. You can see police cars and caution tape right here on this officer-involved shooting. We don't have a lot of information, but what we can tell you is that, yes, the suspect is dead. One suspect, he was no threat to the community. PIO, or Police Information Officer, they are on the scene. We just talked to Vance Chandler. Hey, there's actually Vance Chandler. Hey, Vance. Can you come help us out real quick? We're live in the middle of a live shot right now. I want you just to give us a little bit of an update, kind of what you talked to me about a second ago. Come past this caution tape and tell our viewers a little bit about what you guys had, what you guys saw. What does the community need to know right now?
Well, the main thing that the community needs to know right now is that the suspect that we got the call on, he was armed, and he posed an immediate threat to our officers, to our SWAT officers. The initial call was that he was armed and had a mask on, and our officers attempted to make contact. He was uncooperative. He ran from our officers. One of our patrol officers observed him that he wasn't armed, confirmed he was armed, and that's when they observed him basically running into a residential area. At that point, those officers made a decision to slow it down, establish a perimeter. The officers on scene, including the supervisors, made a decision, hey, for the safety of everybody involved, let's call in the SWAT team.
Okay.
The SWAT team came in and then ultimately conducted a very thorough search and attempt to locate the armed suspect, who they knew was within a residential area. Shortly after 3 o'clock this morning, the suspect was located. He posed an immediate threat to our SWAT officers, and 2 officers from the SWAT team engaged in with the suspect and shot the suspect. He is deceased at this time, and we do want the community to know that there is no threat right now to the community. However, we will conduct a very thorough investigation. Our investigators are out here, and they will conduct a canvass of this area, and we do expect this area to be closed down at least throughout the day.
Okay, so that's exactly what people need to know in this area. But earlier you said something I want you to touch on again. He posed a threat to officers. Kind of make that clear. What does that mean to the regular person when you pose a threat to an officer? What does that look like?
Well, the details as far as the exact threat was, we don't have that right now, and that's part of our investigation. The shooting just happened several hours ago. What we do know is the initial call that we got was he was armed with a firearm. We had a patrol officer who observed him armed with a firearm, And then when we made contact with him, our SWAT officers, he was armed with a firearm. So anybody who's armed with a firearm and in a residential area is a threat to not only our officers but the community as well.
All right, so back to the community right now. This may be a really busy area as people get ready to head out to school or work or wherever they're going today. How long do you anticipate the scene being locked down, or this road actually being shut off?
Well, it is a big area that we've closed down, and this is a big incident, so I expect it to be closed down at least throughout the day as our investigators conduct a very thorough investigation.
All right. Thank you so much for taking the time out to speak to me. All right, so there you have it. We have a lot of information still coming in, but what we can tell you right now is that this area around 21st and Land Park, if you have to use this area to get to school or work or wherever you're going this morning, it is blocked off. You're going to have to find an alternate route because there was an officer-involved shooting. The suspect has been killed. We'll bring you more information as we get details available, but you just heard from Sacramento Police Department right there a little bit about what happened. Again, this is a still developing story. It started around 10 o'clock or midnight last night. It is about 6 o'clock in the morning, so there's still a lot to uncover, but we'll stay out here and keep digging for you. Back to you, Walt.
Okay, Kirsten Holmes, and we thank Vance Chandler with Sac Police for giving us the very latest information on that. All right, more breaking news on Morning Blend. Deadly officer-involved shooting in Sacramento's Land Park area. ABC 10's Kirsten Holmes is there with the very latest.
Hey, good morning, Well, good morning, everyone. Okay, I'm here at the corner of 21st and Larkin Street. I'm going to step out of the way so you can take a look behind me and get a look at the video as the sun comes up, or get a look at the scene as the sun comes up. You can see that officers are still working the scene. This all started last night around 11:30 when police got a call of a man with a mask in the area. Take a look at this video. It's from a little bit earlier as police continued to work this scene. Again, this started around 11:30 last night, and a suspect ran away from officers after they tried to make contact with him. They said that he was uncooperative. They then said that hours later, after they kind of backed off of the search, that he then posed a threat, and that's when they fired their shots. The suspect, we can confirm right now for you, that suspect is dead this morning. Now, the situation is this scene, this area is still closed while they work on this investigation. Whenever there's an officer-involved shooting, they have a lot of details they have to comb through, a lot of stuff they have to pick apart. So that is why this area is still closed. I'm here at the corner of 21st and Larkin, and this area is closed for about 2 blocks. Two pretty large blocks near the cemetery here in Land Park. So if your morning commute has to take you through this way, you're going to have to find an alternate route while police work this scene, because they say they're going to be here for hours today. They couldn't really give me a time frame on how long this street was going to be closed, but I had a really good question for them about the threat. They said that this man, the suspect, posed a threat to officers. Take a listen to this. He posed a threat to officers. Kind of make that clear. What does that mean to the regular person when you pose a threat to an officer? What does that look like?
Well, the details as far as the exact threat was, we don't have that right now, and that's part of our investigation. The shooting just happened several hours ago. What we do know is the initial call that we got was he was armed with a firearm. We had a patrol officer who observed him armed with a firearm, and then when we made contact with him, our SWAT officers, he was armed with a firearm. So anybody who's armed with a firearm and in a residential area is a threat to not only our officers but the community as well.
All right, so let's go back through the details for you again, or some facts. This all started around 11:30, around 3 a.m. That is when there were shots fired between the police to the suspect. The suspect is now dead. This area is closed, and police say that it is going to remain closed until they finish their investigation. If you have to drive through this area, I can see cars already being diverted right now. As people wake up and start making their morning commute, you're going to have to find an alternate route. If you are needing to take 21st Street, I'm here at Larkin and 21st, and it may be closed over to Broadway. A lot of people have to travel this area, so there are a lot of people made to find an alternate route for this issue. Reporting live for ABC 10, Kirsten Holmes. Back to you, Walt.
Kirsten, good information. Again, the suspect shot at 3 a.m. Police say he was had a mask on.
Let's start your Friday morning with a live look. If you live in Elk Grove, you're in for a treat. Traffic actually moving. I mean, gosh, it's 5:06, so we'd hope it's moving on 99 and Elk Grove Boulevard. So no reported issues for you.